So ito na nga. Hi everybody! My name is Ginger de Guia, and on this channel, my desire is to encourage, inspire, and empower the single, unique you. And that includes me, because I'll be preaching to myself. So, panahon na naman ng lockdown at ang dami nating time para mag-daydream, mag-hope, mag-pray, mag-worry. And one of the things that you are probably thinking about is, how am I gonna find a husband while I'm locked in the tower and there's nothing else to do? So if you're like me and you're not very sure if you want to sign up on a dating app and you're kind of scared to go out now, it's really hard to find a balance between trusting in God and what He says about you and me versus what you see in the world these days. So, ano na mangyayari? How do we navigate through the season of singleness in a pandemic? Madami talaga tayong time to think. Dahil nga you're indoors, in front of your phone, you tend to compare and contrast your season with other people's season. So don't leave me hanging. It's not just me who thinks this way. Alam ko ginagawa mo rin yon. So I have 3 things I want to share with you, and hopefully it inspires and encourages and it empowers you. And if in any point of this video you were moved, you were touched, you were inspired, I hope you will consider liking, sharing, and subscribing to this channel. Everything that I've learned comes from a place of experience. And you might be thinking, ano to? Bakit may batang nagsasalita sa harap ko? Actually guys, super lagpas na ako sa kalendaryo. Hindi na po ako bata. So, Hindi na po ako bata. I really come from experience and depth, and I really believe that God has given me wisdom and insight and so many learnings all throughout my past. And I really hope that everything that I'm learning right now is going to help somebody save a life. It can get really trying and challenging when you're going through a season of singleness during this time, and it's really hard to admit that. I would have thought that we will be meeting people with our masks on. It's unheard of. You wouldn't even think that this would happen. So, ngayon, ano na? The issue of being single is not just a mind issue wherein somebody tells you, okay, you just have to be this way and then everything will be good. No, there's a heart issue involved. And when your heart strongly desires for something, it's really challenging. You have a factor of your mind, a heart issue, and then sinamahan mo pa ng timing ni God. Oh, diba? Ang hirap nun, diba? How do you find that balance, and how do you make all of these things agree with each other so that you will be content and that you will be at rest and at peace with everything that's going on? So, 3 things. Here are some 3 things that I hope will inspire, encourage, and empower the single, unique you. Number 1, accept, okay, keyword, accept that this season is a gift from the Lord. So, iniisip nyo, paano siya naging gift? Ngayon, pandemic, tapos parang God is torturing me. Bakit everybody, my peers, people who are younger than me, are getting engaged, or in a relationship, getting married, having kids? This is what I've always wanted. My friend and I, when I was sharing with her things about my life, I was telling her that it's really hard for me to accept how she is, her state of being super content with her single life. Hindi ko siya mag-grasp. Dati kasi, when I was growing up, syempre exposed tayo sa Disney, diba? We always pictured our life, our future with Prince Charming. We were talking and discussing. I was telling her, that has always been a dream, and now that I'm of age, wala pa rin. Sa kanya, parang it doesn't really influence her because she didn't really grow up with that kind of background. For me, being a girl who likes daydreaming and visualizing my future, it was really hard for me to see, okay, wait, this is what God's doing in my life. So, kung ganun yung background natin, and we're always exposed to that dream, Prince Charming, it's hard to adjust and undo a lot of mindset and heart issue. So, habang kino-compare niyo yung sarili niyo, parang naiisip niyo, Lord, bakit ba ako? Ba't hindi ako pinapansin ng mga tao? Ba't ganun? Anong nangyayari? Siyempre, pumapasok dyan yung self-worth mo, self-value. Bakit ba ganito? Lalo na kapag you were just broken up with. Kami talagang mga thoughts that can go through your mind. But the thing is, being single is such a gift from the Lord. You have to accept that. You can't see it as a burden. You really have to value it and see it as such. So, bakit siya naging gift from the Lord? Well, in every season talaga, merong challenges and responsibilities. And I think at this point in our lifetime, we have so much abilities and opportunities that we can do. And if we don't view it as such, talagang magiging burden siya. In every season, there's a challenge and a responsibility. Like, isipin nyo, nung grade school kayo, ano yung naiisip nyo? Lord, can't wait to be in high school. And when you get into high school, you're like, oh, those college students are so cool. I can't wait to be a college student. And you get to college and you're like, oh my gosh, just can't wait to work. And then now you're working. Now that we're in this stage, you're working, you have all these free time. Parang, I can't wait to get married. Can't wait to have kids. But then, teka lang. Isipin nyo muna, diba? Parang once you have that kid, once you have that husband, your time will be divided. And I think that seeing this season as a single woman, or single man, if you're watching this, it's such a valuable time that you can explore, you can do so many things, and spend time with God, spend time with yourself. I think that you are gonna value your season as a single woman or single man if you really enjoy spending time with yourself. And it's such a gift from the Lord. We can't keep glorifying the next season. We have to stay put, stay present, and say, yes, Lord, thank you so much for this gift that you have given me. It's like somebody who gives you a new iPad, somebody who gives you a new iPhone, diba? It's so exciting to get this brand new thing, and then you're going to shop for the best case, you're going to shop for that next accessory that will go with your gadget, and then wala, ang ganda, diba? Super solid. And if that's a gift and you treat it with so much value and care, what about this season? What are you doing to accessorize the season that God has given you? Are you treating it like, whatever? Are you treating it with this attitude of, God, I'm so sick of being single. It's just, I just can't wait. You're complaining every day. You wake up like you're so miserable. I guess it's time to ask yourself, God, what is the beauty? Where is the beauty? Show it to me. Help me appreciate my season being single, and help me to see that it is your gift to me. It is a gift from God. Steward it well and see how the Lord is going to expand your horizon, how God is going to expand your mindset and just make you see things differently. Number 2 is maximize your potential. When you're single and when you have all these time, it was so good to be able to master managing your time wisely, because in the next season, you might suck at it. So, my advice is maximize your time and maximize your potential to manage your responsibilities so well, because it's not gonna be easy once you have another life that you are taking care of. Super crucial yung time mo being single. And how are you doing? How are you managing your time wisely in this season of pandemic? Another thing that I want to share with you guys is this potential that God might be really honing in you. There are things you're probably thinking, oh, I've done it all. I've done so many things in my life to maximize my potential. Well, can I be honest with you? I only started this idea to vlog just a few months ago. Although people were encouraging me to do it 2 years ago, I just didn't think of having something that I could say that I'm really excited about. And it only happened 2 weeks ago, and you would think naisip ko na yun way years ago when I was in my 20s, but it just happened now. As a freelance artist, I was able to accomplish many things in my career, but I never thought I would be doing this. I would be vlogging. But here I am. And so I just want to encourage you, you'll never know what God is trying to do in your life kung bibigyan mo lang siya ng opportunity or time. And trust that God might be showing you something about yourself that you need to hone more. Maybe it doesn't have to be a big thing. It could be just a small thing. But you'll never know what God is doing in your life to maximize the potential that He has already given you. And number 3, this is probably my favorite out of everything. This is, I guess, the most practical for me. And number 3 is, don't be schooled by the culture. And what I mean by that is, huwag niyong i-allow yung sarili niyo to be influenced by what you see through the screen. So, dahil nga madami tayong time, we can Netflix and chill all we want, YouTube, social media all day, diba? Pero, nakakatulong ba yun sa inyo? For me, hindi siya nakakatulong kasi nakaka-trigger siya ng desire and passion for something that I know can't really happen at the moment. Hirap kasi na gusto mo maging content sa season mo, kaya lang, ang ginagawa mo, finifeed mo yung spirit mo to be in a place where you're not. So, para siyang gusto mo magka-abs, diba? Pero ang ginagawa mo, you're eating all these high-fattening food and then you're not working out. So, parang, paano siya mag-work? So, in essence, are you torturing yourself to watch all these things and you're feeling miserable and it's not helping? Don't self-torture yourself. Don't self-torture in this season where you're supposed to be grateful. You're supposed to have this healthy whole being, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and physically too. So at this time, you really have to make sure that you're paying attention to what your spirit is telling you. Watching things can really trigger an emotion. And if you're not careful, it can really get to you, and then eventually you're gonna have a breakdown. It has happened to me, to my friends. I've seen my friend crying to me and saying that I just want to meet my Prince Charming. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. If you're watching these things, it's really gonna bother you. So I just think for me personally, if it's going to get to you and it's going to affect you in a negative way, stay away from it. Don't be schooled by the culture. A very funny example of this was there's a celebrity that I follow on IG and he always honors his wife. And there are other people like pastors that I follow and I still follow them up to now, but this particular celebrity, he just gushes over his wife and I'm just like, oh, ang cute. Gusto ko ng ganyan. Pero every time I see it, natatrigger ako. Tapos parang meron na siyang discontent na spirit na nangyayari sa puso ko. So, ginawa ko, in-unfollow ko muna siya. Kasi nga, hindi siya nakakatulong sa akin. And then also, at the same time, we go through social media and we see so many things na nakaka-trigger. It's best to just unfollow or just hide things, so that you're protecting yourself as well and you're really loving yourself and paying attention to what God is doing in your own life, right? So, those are the 3 insights I can share with you. For sure, mas madami pang mga insights yan and learnings na pwede kong i-share sa inyo, pero I thought that these 3 things will stay in your heart and will stay stuck. And I really also think that yun talaga yung sinasabi sa akin ni God all throughout these few months. And I really look forward to producing more content on being single forever. Charing! Alright. Bye, guys! So, yun na yun. So easy. Ang pangit! Okay. Teka lang, pinapawisan na ako.